In this section, we will going to select HTML elements based on attribute using CSS. So attribute selectors allows you to target HTML elements based on attribute name or value of their attribute. So let's say we have a user detail forms. So we have a form with two buttons for reset and submit, and we have few inputs for user first name, last name, and user email and the company URL. So user first name and the email is required important property. So let's go with some example. So first, by attribute name. So this we say presence attribute selector. So a best example is, let's say here we have a two mandatory input fields. So we want to highlight two input fields are mandatory. So here whichever elements have required attribute, border color as red. The required property now highlighted with red. So it is showing us these two are important. The next one is by exact attribute value. So attribute equal to value. So let's say here we're going to select type. Attribute value is submit. So we'll give submit button color as green. So we will select the type, the value is exactly equal to the submit. So this one selected and background color updated. So next one, instead of just equal to, we have pipe equal to. What it means, so this will also select by exact attribute value and it will do some extra things. So or attribute value immediately followed by hyphen. So what it means, let's hide this. So let's say class have buttons and another one is button hyphen primary. So let's class pipe equal to button. So what it will search is, so it will exactly search for button with a class property or button hyphen or some value. It can be anything. So these two will be matched as part of pipe equal to. Attribute value is a hyphen separated list of words. So let's say, so as per this pattern, these two input buttons will be selected. So let's see, text color is red. So for both buttons selected, both buttons color updated. That's because exact value button available and another one is starts with the button hyphen primary. So I need to make sure this should be the starting value of the button. So let's say here I am having some another value, then it won't be selected because so the value given here with the pipe equal to, that should be the starting value of the attribute. So it cannot be some middle value or something. It should be the starting value. So here we have one more tilde equal to. So it is a attribute value word search. So the given value should be a word. So let's say here we have a title, user details form. Let's see title equal to details. So it will search word by word. So if we hover over, you can see element title, some value, details or some value. So it will add, it should be space before and after. So that means it's a word. Let's say add color equal to red. So here whole div elements, so all labels will become red color. If we select class info, so this will also select the div and the whole color will apply. So word by word it will set. Even the word can be in the middle or end. So in this case info is the last word or starting word also it can be. So anything, but it should be the word. So you cannot randomly choose something like this. So it won't work. So you may notice this only for class attributes dot customer double equal to, so the class tilde equal to customer. So both are same, but here this one is only for the class attributes, but here you can give any attributes and any word. So that's why this attribute will be helpful for all the properties other than class. Here we have some more advanced sets attributes with values. So starts with a given value, ends with a given value and contains. So before that we just add some links. So here we have a YouTube URL. So one is with HTTPS secure and non-secure, and two Wikipedia links on Wikipedia homepage and CSS wiki page, and internal links. So that starts with a hash. So let's save this. So let's say suppose there is a requirement to change color of anchor tags. We'll set green for links that are secure, that means starts with HTTPS. Give red color for those that aren't secure, I mean just HTTP. So in that kind of scenario, just href, whichever href value starts with HTTPS, then give color as green. So whichever is not a secure link, and select href starts with http, just http, color red. So if you hover over this, you can see http colon and some values. So that means it is starts with this value. So this is a substring. Let's say we have to find internal values. So anything that starts with just a hash, just one character also enough, it can be matched. So hash starts with something and give color as orange. It is just substring. You can give some words or you can give any characters. Let's say here, so we need to find whichever are ending with .org, that means .org. You need to change the size of the text. Let's say href ends with .org. So we need to set font size 25 pixel. Yeah. So this actually selects the end of the, if you hover over anything finally with a .org. So we have two orgs, but only this Wikipedia links ends with .org. This one is not ends with a .org. So we want to set any given word that contains in the text. So that's where, let's say href contains anything that .org, then give a border. So we can see these two border added. Hover over this, so it can be anywhere. It can be starting of the value, ending of the value, or in the middle of the value, anything. So let's say we have a title. So let's say we have a wiki homepage. So here title, search something in, so just select KIHO. So it can be any substring of the value. So this will also be selected. So just maybe to highlight something, so I'll just remove the previous value, add color as red. Yeah. So it can be any substring of a word. So star is a wildcard sets. So sets the substring within the attribute value. You need to remember one thing. So attribute selector are case sensitive. So here we have two ordered list with a type as small a and another ordered list with type as capital A. So along with title property small a and capital A. So it has two ordered list. So if we are going to add an attribute selector like type equal to small a, change the color as red, we will think it will select the first order list because it has type small a. But let's save this and you can see instead it will select both ordered list. That's because few attributes are case insensitive. So here I will provide links for details to see list of keywords that are case insensitive. So these are list of keywords. So here you can see the type attributes available. Let's see for a reason just change the title instead of type. So now save it. Now this title equal to capital small a, just selecting only the first ordered list. That's because other than these attributes, all the other attributes are case sensitive. So that's why the small letter only matching the first ordered list. We can convert case sensitive attribute to case insensitive by just adding I inside the attribute square bracket. So if I save this, so now you can see the both list are colored as red. However, the reverse is not possible. You cannot convert case insensitive to case sensitive attribute, but the vice versa possible. And one more thing, let's say we have a h1 paragraph span tag. So you can specify the element name before the attribute selector to target specific element. For instance, if you just add attribute as title and color as red, so now all the properties, even h1 paragraph span, everything has a title attribute. So that's why all the elements text can change to red. So let's say if we want to select specific element which has title, so let's say h1 here, so only h1 will be selected, span. So even OL, so both ordered list are selected. So in that way to select more specific element. So you experiment with the different attribute selectors with your projects and unleash full potential of the CSS. Thank you.